if you are my friend, any trend I see online, I'm calling you to ask you how far. Did you see what's trending? Did you see this babe? She don't go do your show. Did you see this one? Did you see that one?
Am I the asshole for feeling betrayed after my wife hid that she could never have kids until years into our marriage? Not trusting people enough to share things has
Sure.
actually affected some of my relationships because
Okay.
when I'm angry, when I'm upset, when I'm sad, I don't communicate it. I just lock up.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I know you've missed me. You don't have to say it. I already know. I'm nice, and with me today I have
Feel patient. Your most exquisite host.
my lovely guest today is probably going to join me as a co-host because we have been doing some things to make sure that this podcast is perfect for you guys. And I thank those that have been following, those constantly asking me, when are you gonna post next? When are you gonna post next? And I am going to be releasing this so that my fans or friends and family can calm down and keep up with the podcast. So before we begin, I want to ask, feel patience.
Yes.
What do you like doing? What's like the most interesting thing you have doing in your life right now?
Should I say going out, hanging out?
Parties.
Not really parties, normal sit outs, parks, parties too, but
So
not
yeah, an
really.
outie, not an innie.
No. What am I doing inside? What's inside? Just the walls and
Like your
everything.
your your personal space. Sometimes you just like being in your
I'm
space.
tired of it. I want to go outside. I want to see new faces. I want to see new things. I'm naturally an extrovert, so I can't even stay inside.
So I'm guessing I'll be expecting an invitation to go out with you very soon.
Of course, it's not even an invitation. You're definitely going to go out with me. I'll pull you out.
I'll get my party dress on, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the last time we got our very first submission, and today we have a second submission. So if you do not know, you know now that we accept stories. So there's a link in our bio you can click on, and you'll be able to submit your own personal stories, and we can feature it on this podcast. But for now, let's get right into it. So I'm sure Patience is ready to hear the story, our second submission ever. So thumbs up to that person as well. So I'm going to read it now.
I am super, super ready. I already know I like gossip. My siblings, they do tell me, you too like gossip. And I just can't wait. Let's get
Let's put that
into
gossip
it.
to good use now.
Yeah.
Just a disclaimer that the story we're about to read talks about suicide. Am I the asshole for cutting my friend off because she disappeared when I needed her the most? I have, or rather, had a friend who has been in my life since 2021. I'm not one to have best friends, but if I did, she'd be my best friend. I share everything with her and vice versa. She was like a sister to me, and the friendship was important to me. We talk every day. I was open with her and I tell her everything. We show up for each other without expecting anything in return. When something happens, she's the first to know. She has helped me through tough times too. She's kind and loving, and it felt like I had my own person. Everyone knew her because I was vocal about our friendship. I'd just say she was the yin to my yang. We complemented each other, and I'm grateful to her for so many things and wouldn't trade the friendship for anything. When something happened that threw me off balance and affected me, she was the first person I told, even before my family and pastor. She listened to me, stood by me, comforted me, advised me, cheered me up, and was my biggest supporter that period. I got out of that situation and went back to normal. She was still there nonetheless, and our friendship waxed stronger. That same year, something more terrible happened to me. A huge loss that killed me and broke me in every way possible. It was hell. She knew about it from the onset and was short of words because it was a lot. I felt the worst pain of my entire existence and I didn't know how to cope, but I went through it without her. She completely disappeared at the worst time of my life when I needed all the help and support I could get. At first, she was there, but then nothing, no word. I stopped hearing from her. Mind you, I was still in a very bad place mentally and emotionally. I was heavily depressed and anxious and suicidal. I had to turn to an older friend who had experienced what I was going through, and she did her best to keep me grounded because no one could really help me then. We used to talk every day, but at this point, I didn't hear from her in weeks or months. She sent a message one time apologizing for her absence and not being a good friend, and I said I understood, but nothing changed. I can count on my fingers the number of times we spoke that year because it was a few times. I wasn't talking to people. I was going through a lot. I was getting professional help alongside, but my friend whom I needed was absent for months at the worst time of my life. Someone I met at an event prior made more effort to check up on me than my closest friend. I didn't know how to feel. I was hurt and disappointed. Whenever she sent a message and I responded, she wouldn't respond back. She sent a message months ago. I replied, and she still hasn't replied my message till now. It's been months. We stopped talking basically. One day I got a call from her and I was surprised because we hadn't spoken in months. I was happy to hear from her. Apparently, she said I called her, and when I said it was a mistake because of where I kept my phone, she said okay and ended the call. I checked and saw that my other phone accidentally dialed her number as it was the first name on my contact list. After I realized she called because I accidentally called her and not because she cared, I deleted her number. I knew that friendship was dead and I was delusional thinking we were still friends. I thought to myself that if I had actually taken my life when I wanted to, what would she have said? She'd say she didn't know, but she never cared to check on me, despite knowing what I was going through. Or would she even care? I genuinely don't want to talk about it with her because the friendship has been broken and I don't think I can see her in the same way. I wish I could summarize the pain I felt then, combined with what I was going through. But words won't be enough. Maybe to her, we're still friends, but to me, we're not because friends don't do what she did. I don't think I'm the asshole for cutting her off, but what do you think?
Hmm. There's a lot here.
A lot to digest.
There's a lot. First of all, I'll put myself in her shoes. If it was me, I would do the same. I'll cut her off. But at the same time, are you sure the other friend is okay?
I don't think there's something that you're going through in your life that would be more devastating not to rely on someone else. We are friends, we tell each other everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going through in your life? I lost someone
Yeah.
and I was feeling suicidal. Are you going through relationship problems in your life that should trump my own loss and feeling suicidal? So, I don't think there's an excuse.
Hmm. The thing is that I won't 100% blame her for acting the way she did.
Who, the poster or the friend?
The friend, the friend, because you never can tell. Honestly, you never can tell. Because I personally have people that I know that will be feeling like, oh, I've abandoned them. I should stand by them. I shouldn't leave them at this point. But I am not in their life at the moment because to some extent I need to fix myself too.
Mhm.
And I feel like me coming to tell you about my problems, knowing fully well you have things going on with you, doesn't make sense. So
But
I would just rather stay on my own and pull myself together.
But would you leave a friend that you know had lost someone and is suicidal just because you have issues?
Well, I actually I won't. She's wrong.
Simple. Case closed. Case closed. She has said it. She
I
has
won't.
said it.
I won't.
So
I won't. She didn't do well. At least call to check on the person. Oh,
mhm,
how are you? We could even talk gist and gossip, talk about other people and laugh. If they're that close, I feel like the other girl, the other friend, didn't see her as a friend.
mm,
I think so. I think so because if you are my friend, any trend I see online, I'm calling you to ask you how far. Did you see what's trending? Did
mm,
you see this babe? She don't go do your show. Did you see this one? Did you see that one? So no matter what we're going through, if it's time
mm.
to cry together, I'll cry. So even if I'm going through stuffs and I would definitely check on my friend if that person is my friend. So maybe the other friend didn't see her as a friend, like
As
that's
close as
as close
we
as
hope he saw.
she did.
Yeah,
So unfortunately, it happened to her. But you did her
dirty.
dirty. You did her dirty. If you are seeing this video, you did her dirty.
Because
That's not
like, why
nice.
would you leave someone in the lowest point in their life to?
I would always tell people, yeah, don't even depend on people. Do you know she's actually going through this heartbreak right now
Mm.
because she relied so much on her when it comes to emotional support.
You actually need someone in your life to rely on like that.
You do, but I would tell you, even if you do, we need them. Just don't put all your don't.
So like the white people are fond of using therapists, right, to
Yes.
resolve their issues. But we use our friends because we don't believe in that type of going to see a therapist, how much will it cost to
Mm,
see a therapist.
yeah.
But now that we in Nigeria don't see the
Believe
use of
in
using therapists and paying that kind of money just to go and sit and talk
some
about your problems, that's why we keep those friends. We
friends
stack
around.
them. Bestie, I have two besties that if I'm having any issues now, I call them immediately.
You should always be prepared for the worst. People that have friends that have female besties, female girls thing, you should always be prepared for the worst. I'm telling you, I have friends. I love them so much.
Mm.
We're good. I don't have any bad intentions. I will never have any bad intentions. But I promise you today, if any of them betray me, I would not be surprised.
So why will you keep those type of people in your circle?
I love them. I know they love me. But I'm telling you that if any of them betray me today, I will not be surprised. Do you know why? There's this thing, this voice in my head that always reminds me, even though I'm all carried away, all excited,
Mhm.
there's this voice that reminds me that this thing can happen and I'm just prepared. And I'm not.
I don't think like that's a way to live life, knowing that you always have to be conscious of.
But the way the world has taken us to where our generation is, we don't have a choice.
Yes, but my dad will tell you like be careful of your friends. You don't need friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I have, let's say I have like 10 people that I surround myself with
Mm-hmm.
in the entire how many billions of people in this world. I
Yeah.
have just like 10 people in my circle that I know. Okay, even if I post on my status on WhatsApp, I'm like, these people will not really respond. I'm just posting it for myself.
Yeah.
Is my phone, is my status. I know the people that are not going to respond or anything. So I
Mm-hmm.
kind of know that my circle is small. I know things I tend to share. And that has actually not trusting people enough to share things
Sure.
has actually affected some of my relationships because
Okay.
when I'm angry, when I'm upset, when I'm sad, I don't communicate it. I
Good.
just lock up,
Okay.
put myself in a ball and not say anything. So I think we just need the right friend,
Friend.
actually, not this type of friends. So we have to pick the type of people. I don't think I want to be around your friends the way you
But
just said
but
this.
while you still, just like what you said, we need people and all of that. But while you still need these people and you have them around you, be prepared. Be ready for the worst.
I don't want to think that my best friend for 15 plus years would do anything to me. I think that's a very cruel way to live my life.
Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot say when it happens to you.
Thank God it has not happened to me, it will not happen to me.
I'm just saying, be
But
prepared.
yes, but this
Just
girl
be
is
prepared.
not an asshole for cutting that
She's
friend
not.
off. I
She's
think
not. Girl,
that's
you did well.
yeah, that's the best thing she could ever do, right? Because if you accept this girl back into your life, who knows what could happen?
No, you don't even have to accept her.
Yeah.
And she didn't read between the lines earlier, but
Hmm.
I'm glad she finally did. If it's me, as I feel like I feel like I feel like she should have confronted her. Did she?
She did not confront her, she just left it. She said she does not
No,
want
she
to talk
should.
about it with her.
She should.
I think it's just a way of getting closure, right? To get something off your chest because you're upset with someone I thought was,
Mm.
you were actually close to. And
No,
I'm like,
I would say this thing, yeah. You should always confront the person.
yeah,
You should.
it helps you relieve
Just like I
whatever tension
said,
you have.
the other girl might be going through something. Oh, you say you're this kind of person that won't speak up if something
Mm,
is happening to you. And there are people like that. You will never know. They will never tell you.
mm.
I knew this girl. I cut off from her because she's very difficult to deal with. Something will be happening to her. She'll be going through stuff. And even if you ask her, she won't open up. You have to insist.
Mm.
Like you have to insist. And sometimes it's annoying to me. Like Tell me now, why do I have to insist this? And then she'll now finally, this is happening, this is happening. Like, and then I will now comfort her. At the end of the day, you feel better. You thank me for, but
Mm.
why not make it easy for me? So I had to cut off because of that whole stress. And there are people like that. I promise you, the friend might be that kind of person.
Mm.
So where she's wrong is not confronting her. She should have confronted her, just to be clear.
Yeah, maybe the friend would have said
The
something
friend would have
else.
said, oh, she would
Yeah.
have probably might have offended her. I'm telling you, you might have done something to her unknowingly. There are people who get angry easily.
Mm.
Probably you might have said something. You might have done something that she wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've cut so many girls off because of things they have done that I never told them
They did.
and they didn't know. There's this girl, she's very lousy when you go out with her. She wants to be bossy. She used some kind of words. It was this time we went out and she would make these jokes. Pass me the phone, Mumu. She will ask me to take her pictures. I was like, which kind of mumu pictures is this? Which
Are you
kind of stupid? You
serious?
would do like person where will make a joke and she will laugh and she will end it with insults. I know there are people like that, but
Yes.
I'm not that kind of person, please. No matter how we're playing, don't tell me fool, stupid girl. I beg, come sit down here. Stupid girl, do this one. No. And if she wants you to do something, we're out and she'll say, Mumu, come snap me. Tell me to please take your pictures.
Like in front of people.
She would always do that. We went out twice and it happened, and I never ever went out with her. She would always call me, let's go. I never did. And she never confronted me. If she had asked me
Mm.
why I stopped going out with her, I would have told her. Then she wouldn't see it as an offense, because all these people, if you start advising them, they will start feeling like, you're just doing too much or you're just feeling yourself. So I left her. So probably the friend too. She might have done something to the friend and she won't know.
So
And the
our
friend will just
advice
want to
now,
cut off,
our advice now is to this person now is that she should
confront her.
confront her,
Yes.
let her know, even if it's like a year ago, 2 years ago, she needs to confront her. But now she has deleted the number, so maybe you can check up on her on
Check up on
Instagram,
her.
social media,
Check up on
and
her.
just let her know how
Hi,
you
how are you
felt.
doing? This thing, just don't go straight to the point so she doesn't feel attacked.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you doing? Oh, that's how you left me. It's been ages. So this period we were like this. So I was going through a lot this period and you just left me. But why you do like that now? You know, even if you call me, when you see my call, say if you call, you just say things like that, let it flow, and she will genuinely open up. I feel like if she didn't do anything, the storyteller,
Mm.
if she actually didn't offend her and the friend just wanted to cut off, she will feel guilty by this time and she would definitely, from her response, you would know if she's feeling guilty or not, or if she's sorry or she did what she did. I wish
Okay.
you the best.
Okay. Thank you very much for that
Yeah.
insightful take. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's move on to our next story. Am I the asshole for feeling betrayed after my wife hid that she could never have kids until years into our marriage?
Come again.
Am I the asshole for feeling betrayed after my wife hid that she could never have kids until years into our marriage?
Yes, you are. I've
For
not
feeling
listened.
betrayed,
Of course.
he's an asshole for feeling betrayed because the wife did not tell him.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not. You are not. Your wife is.
The asshole.
Your wife is. Your
Okay.
wife is. Anyways, let's listen.
I, 34 male, met my wife, 33 female, about 10 years ago. From the very beginning, I knew she was special. We clicked instantly, same sense of humor, same life goals, or so I thought. And just an overwhelming feeling of this is the person I want to build a life with. As we dated, I made it very clear that I've always wanted a family. I wasn't pushy about it, but I talked about how I looked forward to being a dad one day, how I wanted to raise kids and create a loving home together. She never gave any indication that she didn't want that too. She would smile, nod, and sometimes even talk about what kind of parent she thought she'd be. Fast forward a few years, we get married. It was the happiest day of my life. I loved this woman with my whole heart, and I truly believed we were on the same page about everything that mattered. Then, a few years into our marriage, we start talking more seriously about trying for kids. That's when she finally dropped the bombshell. She has known since before we even met that she has a medical condition that makes it impossible for her to conceive. Not
Hmm.
unlikely, not difficult, impossible. I was
Hmm.
stunned. It wasn't even just that she couldn't have kids, it was that she knew all along and never told me. Not when we were dating, not when I expressed over and over how much I wanted children, not before we got married. When I asked her why she never told me, she just said she didn't want to lose me and hoped that by the time we got to this point, I would love her enough that it wouldn't matter.
Oh
She
my
also
God.
admitted that she was scared I would leave if I knew. And now I don't even know how to feel. I love her. I loved her, but I
Mm.
can't shake this overwhelming feeling of betrayal. This wasn't some small omission. She took away my ability to make an informed decision about my future. She knew this was a deal breaker for me and just lied by omission. I feel trapped. I feel cheated. And worst of all, I don't know what to do next. What would you do?
Hmm. This is a very, very sad story.
But then we have to still consider that this is a lot of things that women go through just because they are unable to bear children, they are unable to find life partners. So she felt like this is what she needed to do to be able to get the man that she actually fell in love with.
That's she being selfish.
Yes. But then you have to understand that,
Understand what?
wait, let me look for the understanding.
It's
It's a
just like
medical
somebody coming
condition.
to steal your phone and telling you it's because I need a phone, that's why I stole your phone, or coming to rob
But
you and
if the
tell you.
person has a medical condition that makes them klepto, that's different. Because you now tell them that okay, they have to receive treatment. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
someone not being guilty of murder because they are insane.
Okay.
So it's a medical
Okay.
condition, not something she could not control.
Okay. So it's not her fault.
It's she lied by omission. That one is her fuck off.
She's very wicked and selfish.
It's very selfish.
Do you know what love means?
No.
What love means like putting someone first before yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Looking out for someone. When you love someone, when a mother loves a child, all she thinks of is the child,
Mm-hmm.
the baby, the baby. You see, a mother will not eat. She would rather allow her children eat first.
Yeah.
So if you love someone, you make sure your partner is okay. You're looking out for your partner, just even your siblings. You love them same way. You
Mm-hmm.
see that you're broke, but they'll ask you for money. You don't mind giving them that last 1K in your account. You look out for them. Then you're with your partner and you're not looking out for them. You don't even care what this thing is going to cost. There are people that when they love you, they'll tell you, I'm so sorry, I love you, but I can't marry because this is what I'm facing right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going on with me. Then it's up to you to decide if I still want to be with this person. That's so wrong. That's evil.
But knowing now that this is the situation and it's a medical condition, there are other ways to conceive now. So it's not something that okay, you can feel betrayed and you can be hold grudge towards your wife for some few weeks or months,
She
but there
committed
are
a
ways to
lot of
conceive.
offense there. For she lied to her partner for
Mm-hmm.
years. That's it.
No, she
One thing.
lied by omission. It's not
What
lie. She
omission?
just did not tell him
That what?
that she cannot give birth, but she actually wants kids. I think she actually wants kids,
Okay.
just that she cannot have kids. So there are other ways for them to get those kids now. So
So
they
what?
should think about that.
So why didn't she open up to him?
Because she will lose the love of her life.
She's evil. She's evil. That's wickedness.
It's not. But if you look at it in another way,
Okay.
she is extremely in love with this man that she does not want to lose.
Imagine me dating a guy and I know I'm positive.
Mhm.
And then I now would
That was
I would
different.
what was different there?
It's
I don't
different
want to
because
lose you. We can
see, you're
actually
spreading a
we're not
disease.
spreading anything. You'll
See,
be
but
taking your pills,
actually,
I'll be taking my
yes,
pills.
if you
So
are
we'll
taking
leave.
your pills and it's not transferable, it's not
Okay.
transferable if you're taking your pill. So you don't let that person know. That's just wrong in every way.
Even
I
if the
just think that's
person
wrong in
gets it,
every
the
way.
person will not die. The person can still survive on pills.
Yes,
So it's the
but
same thing now.
that is you're spreading an illness. This
No,
woman's
this
was
is
not an
me
illness.
dragging you into a lifestyle that is not comfortable for you.
Yes,
This is
but
me dragging you
I
into
think
a different state of living.
that one is just the one. The example
It's
you just
still the
gave
same
is
thing
not the
now.
same
She
thing.
knows she's definitely going to be childless. She's now dragging him into
But
that
there are ways to get children.
they will adopt.
Yes.
And he doesn't want that, and she knows that, because if she knew he could adopt or do this what they
Mm-hmm.
call it, IVF or whatever, she would have opened up to him. But she knew it's a deal breaker to him. He won't even want to hear such a thing. So she had to drag him into that state in which he never wanted to be. That's evil. You're very wicked.
It's selfish. I would not say it's evil. It's selfish for her not to allow that man to know what he's getting into. But looking at it from another point of view, she is a lovey-dovey
There's nothing
woman.
like lovey lovey. If she loved him, she would have rather told him, "Oh, I love you so much." Do you know when some people will tell you, I know you might have heard it, "I love you so much, but I can't be with you right now because I have this thing is going on with me. This I my okay, this place I'm coming from, we don't accept such people, so I rather not waste your time."
Mm.
And they will be honest about it because they love you. They don't want to waste your time. They'll rather open up to you. There are girls that you will be with them and they know that, okay, I can't marry you because of my family will not accept you. Because you have money, some evil girls will keep you and even get married and will still be eating your money, will be wasting your time. But that person that truly loves you will open up to you and tell you, I love you so much, but I can't marry you because my family will not accept you. So
Mhm.
just go and find someone else. Don't waste your time. That's when you love someone. You care about the person. Does she care about how frustrated he will be throughout the marriage? Even if
So,
he forgives her, she will never be happy. The marriage will never be the same.
but would you advise that he forgives her? Do you want this to actually lead to
It's
divorce?
actually set, they can settle it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something they can fix. But like he said, it's a deal breaker for him.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody like me, if I was him, it's not a deal breaker for me.
Mm.
If I have a man who is not, yeah, I I don't mind. It's not a deal breaker
Yeah.
for me. But there are people who it's a deal breaker to them. So
I don't think he should ruin. I just think I don't know how to say it. Some
he's
people.
actually feeling betrayed. She
Mm,
didn't love him that much to open up to him. I'm sure that's what's hurt so much. He can, if he
that
loves her,
she thinks he would leave her just
yes,
because of that issue.
if he loves her from the way he just
Mm.
spoke about it, I'm sure he loves her. He wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind. But I feel like if he's now feeling betrayed, for how many years? You don't trust me that much to tell me. Come on, you should tell me.
She
I'm your
finally told you.
person. I'm willing to go through the whole good and bad phase with you. So why couldn't you open up? Sis, you didn't do well at all. Sisterhood is not proud of you. I am not proud of you. You should have opened up. Don't hide things from your partners. But I want to also look at it this way. What did she say after he found out?
I did, she told him. He did not find out. She was the one that told
Oh,
him.
she was the one that told
Hmm.
him.
When they
That's
started talking more seriously now about having kids, so she told him.
Are they married now?
Yeah,
And
years of
she told him,
marriage. Yeah.
and she told him.
Hmm.
Okay, that's another thing to
She
consider
stepped
now.
up. She stepped up.
She stepped up. That's another thing to consider now, because that's if she okay now I
Hid
think,
it, and they were just trying and trying and
and he
trying.
had to find out by
Hmm.
himself. Oh, okay. Sis, I think I will agree with you. I'll agree with you, but
She
partially,
should
oh,
mend the
but
relationship.
partially, I'll agree with you. She still have some conscience in her to
Hmm.
open up. I know if she was that evil, she won't even tell you. You will even go to the old major church. You will cross all rivers. You will go to your village. You will go to all the churches looking for children.
Yeah,
Even yeah, but she opened up. Okay, that's fair enough. But still, I feel like she was quite selfish
yeah.
to some extent. Mm.
Okay. We'll move on to our last story for today.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not moving for my boyfriend? I, 23 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 37 male.
Let me get that again.
Am I the asshole for not moving for my boyfriend?
Moving for
Moving for. So, like moving from one state to another or one
Okay.
country to
Okay.
another.
Like relocating.
Yes.
Okay.
I, 23 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 37 male, for the last 3 years. It's sort of long distance since he lives 3 hours from my university and we hang out on the weekends mostly. Here is the issue. He keeps talking about us getting married and having kids. He is hoping I move to his city and start my career there. He has a good job there. I got a job offer in my current city. It's my dream job. But when I told him, he said he was disappointed. He wanted us to have a future, and this will ruin everything. He asked me to reject the offer and start looking for jobs at his city.
Ah.
The thing is, he lives in a smaller city, and I won't be able to get such a great offer. He asked if I really love him and want to have a future with him. I said I do. He said, then you know what, you know the right thing to do. I get his frustration because long distance relationship is hard. I just don't know what to do. He can't move because he owns a house and a good job there. Basically, he doesn't want weekend relationship anymore. He keeps talking about getting married and having kids. He says we should get married and have kids first. Then when the kids are in school, I can start my career. He thinks if we start now, by the time I'm 30, kids will be in school and I can start working.
I'm glad you're laughing. It's funny. It's funny. These are like, I feel like they are just two different people.
The age difference. He's 14 years older than her.
It's
So
not even
he's,
about the age, like just two different
yes,
people.
but then he's ready to start his own life
Mm.
with marriage and kids because he has reached that age. And
Yeah.
she's just starting out and getting her dream job. You want me to turn down the offer when I'm starting my
Because
life? Then
exactly.
wait till I turn 30 before I actually start my career when I
Mm.
just finish university. Come on.
There are lots of angles to look at here.
The guy is just selfish.
Is he just selfish?
He's
I don't
selfish.
think so. She could actually sacrifice. Love is
Do
sacrifice.
you want to be do you want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Does he want her to be a stay-at-home mom, or he
Yes,
wants
he
her
just
to
said.
relocate and do whatever she
Let
wants?
me read it. Let me read it again. He thinks if we start now,
Yeah.
like start having kids now,
No.
by the time I'm 30, the kids will be in school and I can start
Oh,
working.
okay. Like I said, they are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
He already have a picture of what he wants because of the age he is
Mm-hmm.
currently. And instead of going for an older lady who is now ready to settle down and have
Mm-hmm.
kids, he's now going for someone who is in a stage of her life where she's just building up.
Mm-hmm.
So he went for the very wrong person. He should have gone for someone who is on the same page with him.
Some men like
So
them young.
there are still younger girls who are willing to get
Yes,
married,
who are
not a
willing to do
career
that.
girl who.
Yes.
So they're just like two different people.
That
That's the one mistake I picked there. It's an error there. Two different people trying to come together. And then,
second mistake.
yes, secondly, I would not advise any lady to put her career aside for anybody for any reason,
If
not even family.
that's if she wants that career, no, because there are some women that don't want that career. They want to be stay-at-home moms. So
If you want to
if
be a stay-at-home mom, it's a
that's
different
that,
thing.
yeah,
We
that's
won't even
your
be having this
decision. Yeah.
conversation here. But if you are this person who wants to build yourself, you're a career woman, don't ever put, it's not even about career thing. Don't put someone first before you, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what. It's a different thing if you want to make that sacrifice, want to risk it, if the risk is not that high. But don't put anybody, because you can never trust these men. Now
Mm-hmm.
you want to leave your career aside, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, you might probably have some business you're doing.
Yeah.
There are people who do social media managing, they work from home. You can be a stay-at-home mom and do all
Yeah.
your work and all of that. Some people have businesses in other states that they're just like just monitoring from afar. They have to, that's okay, you can still be a stay-at-home woman. But you giving up your whole career, leaving everything to come and stay at home just to take care of kids for a man, not just a man, sha, he's your husband. Let me not call him a
No,
man.
he's
He's your
talking about
husband.
marriage. He's
But
not
it's
yet
not
your
it's not
husband.
worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things will come up. A lot of situations that even that your husband is not even prepared for will come up, and you won't like the outcome. So just be prepared
So
on your
there's
own.
some comments. The comment
Okay.
says, sounds like he wants a baby making machine, not a partner.
No
Don't
partner.
sacrifice your dream job and independence for someone who can't see the value of in your own career and goals. If
Mm.
he really wants to make it work, he can move closer to you. Just say. There's a second comment that also says, girl, you are so young. Focus on what you truly want right now. Go for the dream job. I hate to say this, but your partner seems controlling and possessive. It's all about what he wants. That behavior doesn't feel healthy, especially for someone his age. I have a feeling it could get worse if it's time for you to move on.
I was even going to say that
Yeah.
he, from what he said, he was trying to manipulate her
Hmm.
or gaslight her rather. Where he said, if you don't come, he was telling her, oh, you have to,
Yeah, you don't love me
you don't
enough.
love me enough. Why would
Yeah.
you say that? Even if there's like a disagreement,
Hmm.
you should there are ways you make the person, try to make the person understand that, oh, okay, you have to, I have a house here, I cannot
Hmm.
move. But you saying you don't love me enough to come, that was so manipulative.
Yes. So there's an update from the girl. Said, so quick update. He broke up with me.
Oh
Called me an
my god.
immature moron who gets excited about shiny new things. Her job. And not seeing the big picture. He said I could have it all, easy life, beautiful family, career in later life, but I was too stupid. He also brought up my past trauma, my dad having an affair when my mom was dying of cancer. He said I'm just like my dad, a
Oh my
selfish
god.
prick who doesn't care about family values.
Oh my
You are
god.
him. I'm excited about my shiny new thing. My manager is the best. If she hadn't gotten me this job, I probably would have moved for him. I'm not even sad that he dumped me. He later added,
Oh sis, don't use that word. He didn't dump you.
okay, so the girl later added, since she kept getting asked about her dad, I
Mm,
cut my dad out of my life. He started his affair with his now wife
okay.
when my mom was going through chemo. He told her in front of me that she is not woman enough anymore.
Oh my
You don't
god.
look like a woman anymore. Women have tits. He needs a real woman to meet his needs.
That's so sad.
Gross man. My mom was too ill to leave. His code word was gym. I'm going to the gym after work means I'm going to my AP's house after work to F her. My mom's
Mm,
heart broke every time. When my
mm.
mom died, I lived with my grandparents and left for university. I hated everyone. I wasn't even socializing with anyone. My dad and AP had kids, yes, at my dad's age. Now my ex-boyfriend was my very first boyfriend. I know I'm a loser. I went on a real date at 20
You're
for the
not
first
a
time.
loser.
I trusted him eventually to open up, only for him to use it against me.
Oh my god. First of all, there are lots of things I want to say. Let me just. How old is the ex again?
37.
That is why you are still single till that 37 that you are. And that is how, this bad character, that is how you remain. Because you see all these older people, there is always a reason why they are single till that age.
Hmm.
Is this his bad character?
Imagine. Call her a moron.
I was even trying to be considerate a little. That's so terrible. That's so
Like,
terrible.
imagine she had actually moved now and he was mistreating her, insulting her at home now. She
And he would
would
have
regret
definitely
it.
mistreated her.
She
He
would
would have.
definitely, just now, she
He
did
would
not
have
even make
definitely
the
mistreated
decision,
her.
or he just broke up with her and then decided that, oh, she's stupid, she's like her father,
Like
she's
the
selfish.
insult after it, like
Come
all
on.
this, most of these illiterate Nigerian men.
Mm.
I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. We all know that. When you're walking on the street and they're calling you, hey, it's fine girl, my color come, and you don't turn, the next thing they'll be like, you they form, what you they form for? Nonsense. You're not even looking fine. They will say a lot of horrible
I've
things to
actually
you.
had an experience. So my own is the guy was not looking kept,
Okay.
but he was disturbing me, working with me, using forming English. I just gave him my number. Let me rest. It's my phone. I can decide to block his
Yeah, block
number.
his
He
number.
called me. I answered. I was like, I'm busy. I'm working. I ended the call. He called me another time. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Can you leave me alone? He's not like, Fuck you. And then we go.
That's how they behave. They are very terrible. And these are the kind of people that when they get married to you, you have to listen to whatever they say.
Or because you don't have a career, you're going to suffer in that marriage. You
Even
don't have
if
your
you
own
do,
money.
even if you do, they will manipulate you, they will frustrate you,
Yeah. And
and
it's also called abuse. Oh, that's emotional abuse.
they are very
So
terrible.
it's
I'm
still,
so happy for you, sis. I'm so happy. You
you
should be
chose,
happy. Don't even say he dumped you. You
you
missed
dodged a bullet.
you dodged. So
Straight bullet.
you should always be happy. Don't even feel bad.
And he's the first man she ever dated.
Oh my god. That's why she's feeling that. I
Oh.
understand. So sorry about that, but I mean you won. You won.
You actually, yes, you won the
He's
prize
going
of
to
not.
remain single till forever.
You'll be surprised. Someone will actually enter a relationship with him.
And her
You
eyes will
will be
see what
surprised.
her mouth cannot say, and she will run, and he will still remain single again.
Anyways, we are happy that you took your job over your man. So that's good. That's great even.
Anybody watching this, always take your job over your man.
Career women forever. Pick
Even though
yourself. Choose
not
yourself.
career women or career woman or not, look for something you're doing or have something at hand. If not, it's not
Or
everything
yours is your
they
own.
used to say.
Yeah.
A word is enough for
For the
why.
wise. Another phrase is fly when no go hear word.
Go
Follow
follow,
comes to the grave.
you go enter.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining us here today. I really enjoyed. I think you gave us so much wisdom and so much insight. Like on. Anyways, take the advice for because you asked for the advice. So if you don't
Make
take
they
the
not take am now.
advice,
Make they not take
you're
am.
on your own.
You
We've done
come
our
back here and
best.
give us another story. We'll be
Exactly.
waiting
We
for
read it
you.
for you again.
We'll welcome you.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Share.
follow.
Follow. If not, you will not get this hot gist anywhere. It's only here.
Exactly. But that's all we have for today, guys. Do have a lovely day, lovely week, lovely weekend, whatever time you're actually watching this, and please come back for more. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.